Welcome back to Mutual of Terra. Last week we spoke about last stand of a Fenrir warrior at Bastion Vale, who made history not by conquering and vanquishing his enemies, but by holding the fortress the Emperor entrusted to him and 31 others of his people to defend. This week we are going to discuss about the Imperial Blackmark, 666th ODAT Squadron, Schwarzesmarken, the only Terran unit that is 100% manned by German tankers. They earned their place among the stars as being the masters of tank warfare, teaching the foes of the Empire the meaning of blitzkrieg. Let us begin. Among the hundreds of orbital drop armor team squadrons serving the Empire of Core Worlds, one name inspires confidence among allies and dread among its enemies: the 666th ODAT Squadron, better known throughout the Imperial Armed Forces as the Schwarzesmarken, or simply the Imperial Blackmark. Origins unlike many ODAT formations assembled from across the Empire, the Schwarzesmarken trace their heritage to the German military traditions of Terra. Their founders believed armored warfare was more than technology. It was discipline, precision, crew coordination, and absolute trust between commander, gunner, loader, driver, and machine. When humanity first spread beyond Terra, many ancient military traditions faded into history. The Schwarzesmarken refused to let theirs disappear. Instead, they perfected it. Today, they proudly consider themselves the spiritual heirs to centuries of armored doctrine, adapted for orbital warfare and the battlefields of the stars. Their unofficial motto is simple: steel remembers. The Blackmark. The name Blackmark carries two meanings. To the enemies of the Empire, it is the mark of inevitable destruction. Once Imperial intelligence confirms the presence of the 666th, opposing commanders understand that armored superiority has already been lost. For Imperial soldiers, the Blackmark represents something entirely different. It is a symbol of unwavering loyalty. Unlike elite formations that seek glory, the Schwarzesmarken seek only victory. They do not compete for recognition. They compete against failure. Masters of orbital armor, every ODAT unit performs orbital armored assaults. The Schwarzesmarken simply do it better. Each crew spends years mastering orbital insertion calculations. Tank commanders memorize thousands of landing profiles. Drivers train to recover immediately after impact. Gunners learn to acquire targets before the dust cloud settles. Many engagements begin less than 30 seconds after touchdown. To the enemy, the attack seems impossible. One moment, the sky is empty. The next, 30 armored vehicles are already advancing. The German tradition. Within the Empire, the Schwarzesmarken have become synonymous with armored excellence. Their crews maintain their vehicles with almost ceremonial precision. Every bolt inspected, every track measured, every weapon calibrated, every engine tuned beyond factory specifications. They often say, a neglected tank kills its crew long before the enemy does. Their maintenance standards are studied across the Imperial ground forces, not because regulations require them, but because experience proved them correct. Loyalty above all. Perhaps the defining characteristic of the 666th is not their combat record. It is their loyalty. Their oath is sworn directly to the Emperor and the Empire. Politics, personal ambition, recognition. None of it matters. If ordered to hold, they hold. If ordered to attack, they attack. If ordered to make the impossible possible, they begin their engines. Among ODAT crews, there is an old saying: when everyone else asks if it can be done, the Schwarzesmarken ask what direction to drive. Combat doctrine. The Schwarzesmarken do not rely on speed alone, nor overwhelming numbers. Instead, they employ relentless momentum. Every platoon supports the next. Every vehicle covers another. Every advance is planned with mathematical precision. Once contact is made, pressure never stops. Enemy commanders frequently describe the experience not as fighting individual tanks, but as attempting to halt an avalanche made entirely of steel. One breakthrough becomes two. Two become five. Within minutes, entire defensive lines collapse. The redemption of steel across the Empire, there exists a quiet respect for the squadron's origins. The Schwarzesmarken proudly demonstrate that Germany's greatest military legacy was never conquest. It was mastery of armored warfare. Their service has transformed an ancient tradition into something honorable. They fight not for domination, but for protection. Not for empire building, but for preserving civilization against pirates, rebels, tyrants, and alien threats. Their steel exists to defend, never to oppress. Legacy today. New ODAT crews study recordings of Schwarzesmarken operations as part of advanced armored instruction. Young commanders learn that technology alone does not win wars. Discipline does. Training does. Trust does. Above all, duty does. Whenever Imperial forces prepare for a difficult campaign, there is one transmission every soldier hopes to hear over the tactical network. Imperial Blackmark has entered the battle space, because they know what comes next. Orbital fire, steel from the heavens, and the unmistakable sound of the Empire's finest armored warriors rolling toward victory. They are not merely another armored squadron. They are the standard against which every ODAT unit measures itself. The Emperor's Iron Fist, the masters of orbital armor, the Imperial Blackmark, the 666th ODAT Squadron, Schwarzesmarken. Steel remembers, and the Empire endures. If you like this video, make sure to like, share, and comment. It means a lot to us. Make sure to also subscribe so you can get notified when new videos are made. You can also learn more about ODAT Universe at https://millscifiauthor.com. Sign up for our newsletter. We promise not to spam you. Or join our fans, readers, and trolls on our Facebook fan group. Search for Imperial Command in the Facebook search bar.